We are the Club World Cup champions. We have now
Oh,
won
yeah.
every available trophy that we could possibly win. Complete the set. So I am feeling so good about the club right now. I expect the good vibes to keep flowing. Won't have Conor Gallagher at whatsoever for Crystal Palace. I don't expect them to have a ton of creativity down the middle, but I do expect a wide open game. So I can't bet against Chelsea in this game, but I think we're going to watch a really fun one on Saturday morning. Give me Chelsea minus 155.
All right, man. I think I have to do this. I have to. It's the right information.
Yeah.
You
Go
might
ahead.
pass out from all the blood rushing to a certain region, but I'm gonna say it. I think your boy Tuchel has got this team back on their shit. So since December 16th, Chelsea has allowed over one expected goal in one match, and that was to Liverpool. The best attack maybe in the world, definitely in the Premier League, and that's including City. And every other team that they played, Everton, 0.4 expected goals. Wolves, 0.3 expected goals. Villa, 0.6 expected goals. Brighton, 0.9 expected goals. Manchester City, 0.7 expected goals in the game that they barely lost 1-0. And then Brighton again, 0.6 expected goals against Spurs that they beat them 2-0, 0.4. It helps to get all your midfielders back and healthy. That's a big way of being able to shut down games. But I think we're starting to see that whole thing where Tuchel came on and went to the back three and made this team an incredible shutdown defensive team. They might be back. And I hate saying that shit to you so much, but it's the truth. And I have to be fair to the people that listen, even if it's just my mom that's listening at this point.
You do not have to give me a birthday present. That was good enough for me.
Yeah, if you need to go smoke a cigarette, just step outside here. But no, I really do think that, getting Kovacic back, getting Conte back. I mean, as much as, we were talking about how Ruben Loftus-Cheek was admirably filling in, this still was the same dude that was playing for Fulham who got relegated, right? Like, it's a big step up from Loftus-Cheek to Kovacic. It's a big thing when Conte is healthy and playing. It's a big thing when Jorginho is healthy. It's a big thing when you have your full complement of center backs. Like, they are clearly tightening the screws right now with the defensive stuff. And I think that's bad news when you take away Conor Gallagher from Palace. And it's not just Gallagher. James McCarthy has been out. They're going to lose. They're going to be basically having to replace Gallagher with Jeffrey Schlupp, who's not like a dude that strikes fear in your hearts. And really, in general, the Chico Kayate, James MacArthur, Conor Gallagher midfield, for a mid-table team, it was a really good complement of players. Kayate would win the ball back. MacArthur would kind of act as like a conduit between him and Gallagher in the midfield, and Gallagher would basically act like a second striker. So now two of those guys are probably not going to play. Maybe all three of Koyate's not back in the starting 11 after playing the African Cup of Nations. So it's hard for me to see Palace being able to control anything about the midfield at all in this game, or have that extra goal scoring punch that Gallagher brings and those runs in the box that he has brings. And so I think they might run away with this because Palace's defense has been slowly faltering, mostly because of some of these departures. Jordan Ayew has gone at the African Cup of Nations. He is one of the premier defensive wingers in the league. That's a big deal when they lost him. And so Chelsea at -1.5 is +210. And I'm eyeing that shit hard because a 2-0 win seems very, very big part of the range. And again, with the prop bet, it's a clean sheet win. They are somehow +185 to get a clean sheet win of this game. I don't know how it's fucking possible.
I definitely had that one written down. I eyed that one hard.
I looked at it fucking 4 times. And I was like, "There's no way. What 185? Am I seeing this?" So
I'm super tempted by it. I am scarred by the number of times they switched off in the second half with a lead and gave up a junk goal versus a team just like Crystal Palace. So I got plus odds on something else that I'm going to go with, which is over 10.5 corners plus 110. Without Gallagher's creativity in the middle, I expect a lot of width play coming from Crystal Palace, which means, trying to play balls into the box that Rudiger and Silva and Christensen are happy enough to nod away because they're actually really good set piece defenders. And for Chelsea's side, they are dead set on getting Big Rom back on track after all the unpleasantness of the last 2 months. And so with all the service coming into him and how difficult he is to deal with, I can see a lot of balls getting knocked behind the net. I think both of them are, really good odds to get at least 5. I actually think Chelsea's really good odds to get 7. So 10.5 combined. I'm happy to take the plus 110. Now, just because you teed it up for me, I had to pull it up. I've got to ask you a question you're not prepared for, but you did this to yourself. Just remind yourself that when I asked that.
Let's go. Fire it at me.
If Tuchel's really back and Chelsea's really back, Champions League futures right now. Man City is plus 230. Chelsea is plus 800. Which ticket would you rather be holding?
Chelsea. In a knockout tournament, Chelsea. I mean, and this is the thing. It's not so much saying that just necessarily because Tuchel's back, but you're getting plus 800 where usually even at this point in time, cities maybe like, I could probably look at 538, but they're maybe like a 15% favorite with as many teams that are left. So to get extra money for a team like Chelsea that can shut shit down, win games ugly, yeah, absolutely. You take Chelsea in those futures bets.
You heard it here first, everybody. Noted soccer analyst and expert and betting savant Brett Coramitos,
who hasn't gotten shit right in like 5 weeks,
favors Chelsea over Manchester City in the Champions League. Wow, Brett, I can't believe you said that. I'd rather have the City ticket.
Yeah, I'm sure.